All right, hello everybody. How are you on this fine Saturday morning for me? It's not really fine. It's really muggy and gross outside. It was raining all night. But it looks like tomorrow will be nice. I'll get to put the ACs in the windows, and all next week it's going to be like in the 80s. So I guess summer's finally here. All right, so we've got some news, things going on, and we've got a giveaway, and then we're going to work on some cool stuff. So let's get a giveaway started here. We're going to do a sand fountain again. So we're going to start the giveaway, and hopefully that tool will work. So just exclamation point fountain in the chat. And that is only on twitch.tv/the Sandbox game. Hello from the UK. So I guess that means you're, what time is it for you? It's probably like dinner time, like 5 or 6 o'clock, right? Hot and spicy. Yeah, in the 80s, that's not... I mean, it gets up to over 100 here in New England, which is kind of surprising. It's always really humid when it does that, at least this close to the ocean. 4 p.m.? Okay. Not as far away as I thought. So, cool stuff happening with the Sandbox. We've got this mysterious UFO thing. So, I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter. This kind of mysterious announcement that there's something coming towards the metaverse here. And we can follow the link here, which I already loaded it up. It might take a little bit to load. It loads up the map, and it loads up this nice image here. And if we take a look at the information when we click on it, it says the message reads, "A secret will be revealed on May 26th. Stay tuned." So that's just 3 days away. So what do you guys in the chat think is going to be revealed on the 26th? I do apologize if you guys can hear the cars in the background. I've got the window cracked open. Sand pre-sale? Maybe. I actually don't know exactly what's being announced. I do know that if you click this link to visit site, it'll open up the marketplace, and it will let you whitelist your wallet for whatever's happening. So it could be a sand pre-sale, could be the next land pre-sale, could be an NFT sale. There's a few different things it could be. I'm not actually sure which one it is, but when I clicked on it, I was already whitelisted, so that might just be because I was already on the other events. I clicked it and said, "You've been whitelisted," or "You are whitelisted," I think, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't know what it is, but so something cool is going to be announced in 3 days. So keep an eye out on Twitter and Medium. I'm just turning up my volume a little bit so I can hear myself better. And yeah, so that's exciting. Whatever that is, it's a cool little mysterious thing happening there. And we've also got the Sandbox shaping contest going on. So don't wait on that, because that's gonna... When's the due date for that? Tuesday, May 19th. So, oh wait, no, that's the starting. I'm sorry. May 26th, so same day. So you got 3 more days to enter the land shaping contest, and that's where you get together a team of some friends or people that you want to be partnered with, create a district shape together, name it, email it off to Aminata there, and whoever wins each team member will get an additional land parcel. So fun little contest going on there. All right, so last time We were working in the Game Maker last Saturday. We were working in the Game Maker, and we wanted to make a wizard to go in our RPG. So we're just gonna do like a live demo, basically. And we're going to go to our animator and select a human template. And that's going to let us create a new file. Okay, so I'm just going to make a new folder for this. And we are going to put our human in there, our wizard. And I do have tutorials on how to do this stuff. If you're interested, you can check out my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/voxelize, VOXLIZE. And I show how to use these templates in one of the latest videos. So Gray's a little bit boring for our wizard, and he's looking a little bit modern here. So I think we should probably start off with his face, with his head. So we're going to edit that. And actually we're going to edit it from over here, because then we can see the ghost image of the rest of his body. All right, and we definitely need to give him a beard. So to make a proper beard, we're going to want to extend our bounding box down. But let's take a look at where the pivot is. Okay, so the pivot for his neck is right on top of the body. Servorn asks, if we create Vox models for Sandbox, are we currently able to sell them on OpenSea? No, because the marketplace is not working yet for people to just upload and mint. The minting process is totally run by the staff right now. It's a very hands-on process until the marketplace is fully launched. So the pre-sale assets that we've had, which has been, I think, just like 10 or 12 items. I don't know the exact number. I did the sand fountain in a previous, the second pre-sale for assets, and there were a bunch of cool ones in both of those pre-sales, but only those assets have been minted. And so those ones can be sold on OpenSea if you bought any, or if you were one of the artists and you minted, or you had them minted, and any that didn't sell stay in your wallet. So that's why I have these sand fountains, because I had I think there were like 40 or so left after the pre-sale. So I'm able to sell those on OpenSea, or I can gift them on OpenSea. They're just an NFT I can send anywhere. But after the marketplace is open and people can mint their own stuff, then yeah, you'll be able to trade them on OpenSea, sell them. You can directly, I don't know if you can directly send them from your wallet. I think when I looked in MetaMask, the assets don't appear individually in a way that you can send them in MetaMask. That might be change in the future, I don't know. But you can send land directly through MetaMask, pretty sure. Will you be able to use items as consumables or crafted by the players in-game? I'm not entirely sure I understand the question. Are you asking if you'll be able to create, have the players create things in the game and sell those? I think there's an idea like that, but it hasn't been implemented yet, and it probably won't be for a while. And if I'm understanding it correctly, it'll be sort of along the lines of you can have the players make an item in the game that'll be minted as an NFT. So say you're making an RPG, you have like leaves, like Skyrim, you have like leaves and herbs and stuff that you could make into a potion and have the players turn that into a potion. I think you would have to have already made that NFT, but they would be able to get that NFT by collecting those items to make the potion, and then that would be in their wallet. So definitely stuff like that's planned. One of the cool parts of having the Sandbox metaverse is being able to create this gameplay where people can earn like real thing. Excuse me, earn real things in the game. Can I export the individual elements to Magic of Voxel to edit them and then back into VoxEdit? Not right now. So there's no way to save a Vox file from a VoxEdit file, except you could export as an OBJ this model and then import the OBJ into Magic of Voxel. It'll lose all of its color, and it might not. You'd have to do like a lot of finagling. It would be very complicated to get it to work just right. The process is definitely designed for editing the whole thing in VoxEdit. For the templates, you could kind of recreate these template pieces in Magic of Voxel and like use them for yourself as a template, and then import the parts in. And you can make anything you want in Magic of Voxel. I mean, you could just model a head that you like in Magic of Voxel, import the VoxEdit file into the template. You could definitely do that. But getting the template file as it is into Magic of Voxel is a little bit complicated and messy. So what I've done here is I've made some room for a hat and some room for a beard. And let's just make sure that pivot stayed in place. Okay, good. So the pivot stays with the head. So we can shift this box around as we need to. Now let's make our color palette here. We are going to need kind of a paler, grayer skin, because this is an old wizard dude. So we're going to do that, and we're going to bucket flood the skin there. And it's good to have a couple different skin tones, so we can do like wrinkles, so we can have a slightly darker wrinkle color, and then we'll do kind of a pinker, more like flushed color for like the nose and stuff like that, and the ears. Oh, and I guess all the hair too. And I like making the noses a little bit 3D, so they pop out a bit. So yeah, this wizard has a big old honking nose. And what color do we want for the hair? You guys let me know. I'll do whatever color you want. We can do purple, we can do gray, we can do green, whatever. This will be a crazy wizard. And let's see. I do the mouth. And I'm going to start. Whenever I do mustaches and beards, I like to make them off the face in 3D, because if you don't do it off the face, this is what happens here. So let's say I make a mustache like that. You view him from the side and it doesn't look like he has a mustache. So if you do it in 3D, now you can see the mustache from the side. I just think it looks more interesting that way too. Blues for hair. Okay, we can do blue. I'm okay with that. How about we make like a gray blue? Because he's still got to look kind of old. We'll start with that and we'll see where it goes. I gotta separate the ears off here. I think I can flood it now. Yep. Blue hair, pink beard. Okay. All right. It's making me think of Sleeping Beauty with the fairies that can't stop fighting over something's gonna be. It's either pink and blue or red and blue, and then I think the stuff just becomes purple. Whoops. Didn't turn on the paint tool. I think stuff just ends up becoming purple at the end. And I think this kind of clashes with his skin, though. He can't be quite so gray. Yeah, that looks better. And we can use another blue for his eyes. We'll use a brighter blue. I'm not sure I like that purple. We can go a little more gray. It'll be like hints of purple, so we're not too extreme. I know I'm boring, right? All right, so let's see. We can probably make this color a little more vibrant. There we go. You're hosting the stream on Twitch to share it with your friends and followers. Thank you. Thank you, Servorn. Yeah, somebody, I don't remember if it was you or somebody else, was asking about doing that, and I tried looking at the settings, and I think it was enabled by default. So anybody who wants to host is totally welcome to. We appreciate the support. So yeah, and the more people that we get in this channel watching, entering with the exclamation point fountain, the more chance there is that we'll be able to unlock the land giveaway. So, oh yeah, the beard's gonna be longer. Don't worry about that. I got you covered. We're just getting our colors situated here. So, yeah, we definitely are gonna go bigger with the beard. Now, I think beards should get some sort of sideburn with them. And he's actually getting some pretty nice looking mutton chops there. And I probably should have turned on mirroring, shouldn't I? He's a biker, biker wizard. Yeah, because I don't think if somebody comments on your channel, they will actually enter the giveaway. So if you guys are typing exclamation point fountain and you don't see your name appearing up here in the giveaway listing, it's because you are not in the actual Sandbox channel. So this tool only senses the comments from our Twitch channel. If we find one that works better and does it like across all, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch channels showing this, then we'll switch over to that one. But for now, it's the way it is. And no, I do not speak any Russian. I'm sorry. I've heard a few Russian phrases before, but I am not going to try to butcher those. Yeah. Russian is not at all. I know a little bit of, like, not conversationally, just I know some French and German phrases, some Spanish stuff, and that's just kind of what you get as you live and you just, you hear people speaking them. And then I took a couple years of Japanese in high school and college, and that was over 10 years ago, so I've forgotten all of it. Alrighty. I did not create the sandbox, actually. I am just a humble servant. So let's try to blend these values here. So we're in between these two ranges. So we could go math, but I'm okay with eyeballing it. So yeah, no, I didn't create the sandbox. I'm one of many of the artists who joined the Creator Fund, and now I'm the manager for the freelancers in the Creator Fund. So when people apply, I have to help determine if they're a good fit, and I help check their assignments and do stuff like that. Yeah, no, that's okay. I have to talk to a lot of people who work through translators. So if I don't take offense if anything doesn't sound quite right. If it takes a couple tries to get it just right, and I understand that if English isn't your first language, that might be very difficult to understand if I talk too quickly and stuff like that. No apologies needed to Felix. Felix is actually my nickname with some friends of mine, co-workers really of mine. They just started calling me Felix one day, and I don't know why. That was just the name they picked. Which is funny because my daughter's name is the female version of Felix, which is Felicity. Okay, I think we need a little bit more blue to get that transition in there. Yeah, I think that's good. And I think I'm going to make the eyebrows this color, actually. All right, that looks pretty cool. And we'll put a little transitional texture in there. 3D CryptoPunk. So you're going to need to explain CryptoPunk to me, because I know cyberpunk and I know crypto stuff is the style of crypto, is it crypto voxels or Decentraland? Is that style called CryptoPunk? I think I said your name, Felix. All right, and we'll give some. I think we'll do some streaks in the beard, but we're gonna grow the beard first. All right, so we're gonna go way longer, and I think we're gonna go further than we need to, and then kind of take it back a little bit. All right. For simple oi bad, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, no, I think I understand most of what you're saying. Oh, you gotta go. Well, I appreciate it, and yeah, of course, anybody who wins, if they're not here, I try to contact you afterwards. I think one person who it wasn't, we didn't have any winners last stream because stuff got messed up. But this last Saturday, there was one person who won who didn't have their whispers open or something like that. So I don't know if they want that, but if they can message me anytime on Twitter or here or wherever, and eventually they'll get the message and can issue the prize. And if you notice that you won on a previous stream and did not claim it, that's only happened once so far. Everybody else has gotten their stuff. No, Felix, I did not create the Sandbox game. I am a freelance artist that started working with the Sandbox a little bit over a year ago. A little bit over, more like a year and a half ago. No, Felix. I did not create it. I don't know if any of our viewers right now are Russian or could translate. I work for the Sandbox. I am staff with the Sandbox. I did not create the old games. I just started working on the Sandbox 3D. And I help create things for it, but I am not like the person who made it all. Is there going to be a voice chat on the Sandbox metaverse? I do not know. I think that is something we'll have to see how things progress with multiplayer. So we want to get multiplayer working first, and then we can start working on interactions and stuff like that. CryptoPunks are the first NFT even before CryptoKitties. Okay, I didn't know about CryptoPunks. I'll have to check that out. And Felix, draw pixels as well. Yes, not a lot. I haven't done a lot of that professionally, but yes, I have done pixel art before. That kind of helps with doing voxel art. All right, so we're just filling out this beard here. And I think we actually are pretty good on the length here. We're just going to extend that. And I think we can go higher with the cheekbones here. And we gotta fill out that. What do you guys think? How's that beard? We can do some more shading here. Looks great. All right. I think I can settle for great. We'll do a little more of that. And all right, how's that? Did I ruin it with the texture? What do you guys think? How's that looking? Another tone? Yeah, I think we can do that. We'll make one in between to soften it. So let's see. I think there's actually a tool that'll help me get a tone right in between. Yeah, here we go. So I can copy and use this color blender here. Do color 1, we're gonna paste that in there. We're gonna do one midpoint and we're gonna select the other color here. This is kind of cheating. It's not really cheating. It's art, you know. You'd use whatever tools you can. I could do this math on my own, but it takes longer, so we're gonna... Oh, I copied in the same one. There we go. For some reason, the hex number glitched out for a second there. All right, blend. There we go. That's our midpoint there. And how do you pick your colors? I just look at them. I went to art school, so my degree is actually in illustration and stuff. It's mad that I didn't paste it in with the hex code. So 515A71. 515A71. There we go. So yeah, I went to art school, and that doesn't really look like it's in between. Did I get that right? Oh, that's in between the dark blue. I goofed up. I was supposed to select that color. Blend. There we go. That's the one we want. 6B6479. Hi, Ivor. So what was it? 6B6479. Oh, and I just changed the wrong one. Wow. Get it together. Well, I don't think I've had enough coffee yet. 6B6479, and then I gotta go back and fix this one. That one was 78687B. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. We're all good. So yeah, I went to art school, and it's just kind of like practice. You develop a sense for color. I mean, I've been, drawing and coloring all my life, and there's lots you can learn about color theory, but really experience is the best. Practicing it and learning through osmosis, if you will help with it. And yeah, I just pick what I think looks good. Sometimes I use tools, like I just use this gradient tool. Nothing wrong with grabbing a color smack dab between two other colors to blend. There's lots of other techniques. Some people might say, oh, you don't want to do that. You want to, choose a color that's like 60% of the way instead of 50% of the way or something like that. But I don't think there's any hard rules for that stuff. There's nothing that will look best all the time. It's really just about practicing and learning. Hey Felix, you're asking a lot of questions. I know of the anime Naruto. I've never really watched it before. I think I saw the first episode once. I do enjoy anime, but I tend to like anime that's like only one season long, maybe two. And I tend to like really weird stuff. So I like Fooly Cooly, I like Ergo Proxy, Serial Experiments Laid. I like all the stuff by Tutsumo Nihei, which is like Blame, and Knights of Sidonia, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't watch too many anime that have a whole bunch of seasons, like Bleach and all that stuff. I don't have the time for that, and I don't have the patience for like all the filler episodes and stuff. So I got started with Fooly Cooly was probably like the first anime that I like really, really loved. I mean, I saw like Digimon and stuff when I was a kid. But yeah, I got sucked into the really long, the really short stuff, and the long stuff just never quite appealed to me. I stopped watching Bleach when was it Rukia? Is that her name? She was supposed to get like executed or something, and she's just walking up these stairs for like 5 episodes, and I just stopped watching because I got bored. I'm seeing some Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. I know we've got some viewers probably who speak Spanish, so if somebody wants to translate that question for me, that'd be great. Where is Sandbox Evolution? So Sandbox Evolution is still around. You can still get it on the iOS App Store. I think it's on Android also, and I believe on Steam. I've never really played Sandbox Evolution that much. I knew about it years before, and I never really quite got into it, and I know more about it now since I started working for the Sandbox 3D game that's coming out. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Roxanne. Yeah, it exists, but we're not gonna play it here. So we're actually working on assets for the Sandbox 3D. So we got this awesome beard. We got to add a hat. Okay, so Spanish guy says that the design looks good. Thank you. Gracias. I hope my accent was okay. My aunts would love for me to learn Spanish, but my dad doesn't know Spanish, and he's full Mexican, mix of Spanish and Mexican native, and he grew up in Texas, and he doesn't know Spanish. You pinch my cheeks. That's what my aunts would do. And let's see here. We need to get a hat on this guy. So I'm thinking just a plain old wizard's cap, pointy thing like Gandalf. And actually we need to, speaking of Gandalf, most important part of a wizard, I don't know if you all know this, the most important part of a wizard is his eyebrows. Eyebrows have got to be huge or it's not a proper wizard. So we are going to fill in the eyebrows. That's too dark. I don't like that. We'll just go back to the regular. Okay. So, gotta have the huge eyebrows. Absolute must. Okay. Nice big eyebrows. Okay, we're going with the Gandalf hat. Throw you character models from the game for the Sandbox. Okay, thank you for joining, Ivor. Thank you for the compliment. So yeah, I'm not really making asset requests right now. I mean, we're kind of working on this together. So this is kind of a collaborative experience. So people asked for a wizard last one, and we're going to be putting this in the game maker today if we have time. So we got about 25 minutes left, so we kind of got to hurry. I spent a lot of time on this beard. Let's see here. So I'm just gonna start with blue, and we'll see what people say about the color. So we got to desaturate and make it a bit darker. Okay, we're going to start with that blue, see where it goes. All right. We're going to take it out to the edges, and then we're going to shrink it down as we go. Okay, we're going to kind of sculpt it. And let's see here. I'm going to put a little angle on it. Yes or no? No, we're not doing an astronaut today. I'm not sure I fully understand the question, but today we're working on the wizard, and we're going to try to put him in the game maker. Okay, and I'm going to turn on the grid so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better here. So we've got 5, 5, 4. I like making nice even slopes. And let's see. We're going to add on some layers here. Bring the hat down a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to shave off the extra. So the nice thing about this is that it makes the hair pop through, so we got a good idea of what size the hat was supposed to be there. Okay, and we're going to build up where that used to be. Just like that. Okay, it's kind of coming together. Why not? I am chatting. I didn't understand the question. You asked something about an astronaut, so I'm not really sure what you're asking about there. We're not doing an astronaut today. We're doing the wizard. We've only got about 22 minutes left, so we're going to try to finish this up and get this guy into the game maker, so that way we can maybe work on his character a little bit next week. All right, so now we got this ridiculous looking top hat, but don't worry, we're gonna make it better. And let's see here, I'm gonna extend this back. All right, and now we can start hacking away at it a little bit. So we're going to take down the sides, and I really should turn on mirroring for this, shouldn't I? Oh, wrong one. There we go. So that way our hat doesn't end up too lopsided. It's okay for things to be a little bit lopsided. Gives some interesting variation, but we don't want things to go really, really crazy. And we're just going to kind of go back and forth on this to send it back a little bit. And we're actually going to push this a little bit further back. Like that. All right. You just want to translate what I'm going to write to the chat. I'm I'm sorry. I'm really not understanding what you're asking. So I don't have time to write. That's why I have the microphone, so I can talk. Because while I'm doing this, I need both of my hands to do the modeling. So we're rounding off the edges here. And with the sandbox styling, we do have to keep some stuff in mind about like quad counts and poly counts. So we don't want to go too extreme with the rounding, but we'll do enough to to where it looks good. So take that back in. And we can take this edge in a little bit here. And take that down. And I think we need to either make this come to a point a lot faster or extend the back of the hat. What do you guys think? You think maybe we can probably get smaller faster on the tip here. So let's thin that out. Hey, Sandbox game is here. That's the official channel coming in to help with the chat. Thank you. And I think we're just gonna shrink this down a lot faster. So we're going to force this to a small point. And we'll see where that ends up. Oh, thank you, Choina. Yeah, I do have, so the technique I'm using isn't like, it's just kind of like learned through practice. It's not, it's difficult to explain exactly what I'm doing. It's kind of, I eyeball things and see if I like where they end up. So I'm just kind of seeing like how quickly these things come to a point and a curve, and I'm kind of adjusting as I go. And I do have a video series on, yeah, I'm running out of time. Yeah. Well, we do want this to look good in the Game Maker though. So, we're going to do really simple clothes. We'll have a nice hat and we'll do really simple clothes. How's that sound? It's okay if we run a little bit long. So we're gonna pull that in, and I think we can just kind of chop this like that. There we go. How's that look? That looks pretty wizardy, right? He's got pretty short hair in the back. Is buffering for you? Upload quality looks okay on my end, so I'm not sure why it'd be buffering for you, Felix. All right, so we've got that, and oh, I almost forgot. We got to export the palette, so that way we have our skin tone and stuff. So we're gonna save palette, and we're gonna go up here and say wizard, save. And now we can grab those colors on the other parts of the model. So we're going to edit the chest. We're going to load the palette. And, oops, I had my finger resting on the keyboard there. And we're going to, whoops. I'm going too fast now. There we go. And we're just going to start filling in all the colors here. And it's just going to be a pretty simple wizard outfit. We're not gonna stress out like the like we did with the beard. Oh, and I did it again. Gotta remember to select the color paint tool first. Thank you, Pepe. Yeah, we spent the whole video time on the beard and the hat. And load palette, and I should probably just copy the blue hex. We're going to copy the blue hex, and we'll just do it that way so we save a little bit of time. So paste. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, no matter. And you have a VK. I don't know what a VK is. I'm sorry, Felix. Oh, that's why I didn't copyright. It wasn't showing the right value. There we go. Now it should work. All right, so now it goes a little bit faster. I'm just pasting in the color value instead of loading up the whole VContake. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what that is. VContake. When you have made something, can you change the scale, or is it stuck at the size you've made? For now, everything is staying the same size. So once now, when we put this in the game maker, we're not going to mint an asset from it. So we can still test it in the game maker and see if we're happy with it. It's not like it's going to be stuck that way forever. So what's actually going to happen is I'm going to put this wizard. No, I don't have a VContake. Yeah, no, I don't have any. Is that I guess that's a Russian social media. You can all find me on Twitter, and Instagram, and YouTube. And most of those links are pretty easy to find. The Sandbox official Twitter retweets stuff that I put. I'm actually trying to get off Facebook because Facebook is just kind of like a waste of time. I mostly use it for networking with like family and friends, like if we want to set up a party, which the way things are in the world right now, we're not doing a lot of. So we're kind of, isolating and stuff. So we're not really into that right now. All right. And I think we are almost done here. So I'm just going to copy that color. Give a Silka to your Instagrams. It does look like PJs. But like I was saying, I think I got off track from what I was saying. So we're going to publish this to the marketplace right now. Well, not publish it, but we're going to upload it to the marketplace. So we go File, Export to Marketplace. And we're going to select Idle. And we're going to select him facing forwards. Export. And now this is going to open up the marketplace. So my Instagram is @Kamisazi. It's I don't post to Instagram very much anymore, but you can find me there. I have the same username for Twitter also. All right, so now we can see in the Sandbox Marketplace has opened up automatically, and we can see our wizard in the 3D viewer. Ooh, there's no pan, you can just rotate. And you can even watch the animations. So we're going to say, we'll just call him Wizzy. And caught with his PJs on. All right, how's that sound? We're going to hit continue. And so this is our new Catalyst behavior and gem panel here. So by default, we want him to be, we'll say NPC healer. We'll say he's like a white wizard. He'll heal people, and we want him to be, well, he seems pretty epic, right? I mean, he's in his PJs, but we'll make him better. So because we're not going to mint this, it's not going to be locked in. We can go back and update him and change him until we're happy with him. So we're going to say he's pretty powerful and pretty magical and pretty lucky. And actually, let's do defense instead of power if he's a white wizard. So all of these will help him with healing people. All right, so we're going to continue. And he's a humanoid who's magic, fantasy, and medieval. Oh, I guess we can... Oh, 3 categories in one theme. I'm sorry. So yeah, he's fantasy, he's a humanoid, he's magic, and he is... I guess that's good. We'll leave him with those 2. We hit continue. And those divisions really just help people find him in the store. So I'm not going to click this send for approval, because if I do that, then it's in the minting process. So he won't get minted immediately, but that makes him available to be minted, and then I can't open him up in the game maker anymore. So I'm already not happy with the hat. I feel like the brim needs to be bigger, but we're not going to do that right now. What we're going to do is we can just exit out of this. He's already saved, and we can minimize that. And we are going to go over to the Sandbox game maker. So I should be able to do it with the latest release. We're going to open that up. Bear with me a minute while that launches. And I can actually exit VoxEdit right now. When is the game maker coming out? So it will be very soon. I can't be any more specific than that. And yes, we want to save him. I'm going to log in. So that login is the same as my marketplace dashboard login. And we're going to open up our fantasy grassland that we were working on last week with our fishermen. So yeah, the game maker is going to start. The version 0.1 is almost ready. It's very close. This is actually what we're in right now, is version 0.1, and they're doing some last minute bug fixes, and it's going to start being released to our first group of landowners very soon. Like I said, I can't specify if it's going to be this week or in the next few days or sometime next month. I don't have I'm not in charge of that, so I don't have a specific time. We can get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. But we do have it almost ready, and we're just doing a lot of last minute testing to get everything working as smoothly as possible. And let's see if our wizard is here. Here's Wizzy. So wasn't that easy? Hey, Vinny. How's it going? And there's our wizard that we just made in VoxEdit. Out there in his PJs. We got some Z fighting going on here. His sleeve is fighting with his wrist. And he's not in robes or anything. He's got sneakers on, so he looks a little bit silly, but at least we got him in here. And you're a landowner. How can you be selected? I believe by just being a landowner, you are in the pool of people that can be picked from. I don't know if Sandbox is still on. If Sandbox is still on, they might be able to answer that in a little more detail. I believe that just by being a landowner, they already have your email from your account, so you can be added, and I think there's some amount of like random selection to it. We're just doing it in gradual steps to more and more people, so that way we don't have, I think there's like 1,000 landowners, so we don't want all of them asking questions all at the same time. It would just be overwhelming. So we roll that to a small group, get their feedback, do a few more people, get their feedback, and just have it improve more and more as it goes out to more people. Let's see. So we got NPC healer. We don't have any enemies to fight, so he can't really heal us, but we can at least, I think we can go and attack him if we wanted to. He's sneaking around. So we've got this silly little, there's a silly bug right now where everybody sneaks. All the NPCs sneak instead of walking normally. But that should get fixed in the next week or so. These are just these last minute things that we're correcting before releasing to landowners. So we can get in a fight if we wanted. We can attack him, and he kind of bugs out a little bit there. And then you can actually see he starts to heal automatically. He has a self-healing attribute. Okay. So that is that. Let's make him the avatar. Let's see what happens there. I think the animations are still a little bit silly if we do that. So now we're... Okay, yeah, you walk, you run, we attack. Okay, yeah, actually the animations are working fine for the avatar. So the NPCs are still a little bit... The animations are a little bit buggy. Hey, Necrobomicon. Models can be loaded into the game maker without going through the marketplace first. No, this did go through the marketplace. I don't know if you were with us just a minute ago. My left audio keeps cutting out, and it sounds real weird because my voice suddenly shifts over just to one ear. So yeah, it's this was through the marketplace. So if we go back, oh, I already closed it. There we go. Take a second for it to load. He does need a staff. Yeah, we ran out of time to make a staff because we've only got about 4 minutes left. So, so yeah, I did upload him to the marketplace. Necrobomicon is one of our artists. He's in one of our he's one of our very talented Creator Fund creators, and yeah, so I uploaded it through the marketplace just like you would, but instead of clicking send for approval, I just left it. And because I have an account that can log into the game maker, he pulls right up into my library. So I click L to open the library, and he's right there. I can actually see a whole bunch of assets that were recently made by people in the Creator Fund. So when I'm on the marketplace, let me open that up. If I'm on the marketplace and I go to the shop, even though these haven't been minted yet, I can actually add stuff. So I think some of these are yours, actually, Necrobomicon. Let's see. Can I search? I can't search by profile name, I don't think. Tell me the name of something you did, because I'm not remembering off the top of my head. So we've got some really great assets in here. You guys, anybody right now can go to sandbox.game, go to the shop tab, and you can look at all this stuff. Was the fruit wagon one of them, or was that somebody else? Hey, that was you. I remembered. So this actually has some really great animations. It closes. Isn't that awesome? And then once it closes, it'll stop there. And it opens back up. Oh, I didn't actually click it. There we go. So yeah, this guy right in the chat here, he made this. Isn't that cool? So I can add this by clicking the button here. And I don't think it doesn't immediately sync into here yet. I do have to, no, we won't save because we just made some silly changes. So we'll go back in. It has to reload. So while we're waiting for that to log back in, let's go ahead and get the contest finished up. So you have to be on the twitch.tv/the Sandbox game. You have to be on that channel and click type exclamation point fountain into the chat, and that will enter you into the Sand Fountain NFT giveaway, which we will be ending in just a minute here. And Pepe's here too. Hey. Whole bunch of our great artists in the chat right now. Both of these guys are on Team Fox is what we call it. That used to be, I used to be in charge of that team, and then I started managing all the teams. So there's a new manager in there, another great artist who's actually our Spanish translator for the videos that I do. And they are doing amazing work. So very excited to see what they do every week. And let's see if it's there. Oh, did it not load in? I don't think it loaded in. I might have to actually restart the entire program to get it to load in. So there's still some stuff that's getting worked out. Oh, no, it's right there. I'm just blind, you know. So we got the thing right here. Now, I don't have a way to show those animations in-game right now. There was an animated asset behavior before, which got removed because that's getting reworked out. So some point in the future, that will be added back in, and I'll be able to show what it looks like when this opens and closes if you interact with it. Actually, that gives me an idea. I don't know that this will work. We're going to try it. We're going to make this a door. And we're going to say opening animation and closing. Is it closed state or just closed? I don't remember. We'll see. Just closed. Is that what I think that's what I picked. So I might be able to open it. I don't know if this will work. Hey. Now I can walk through it because it's an open door technically, but ta-da. Oh, I think I didn't pick the right one. Oh, just closed. Okay. I did pick the wrong one. So, now you can see here what your animation looks like in the game. Open. Closed. Ooh. So there's a nuance to the animations. So that's not your fault that it does that at the end, but I'll be sharing with you how to fix that soon. So all right, so let's end this giveaway. All right, everybody had their chance. We're gonna stop giveaway, and VBX05, you are the winner. I saw you in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if you're still here. Oop, I scrolled up. So VBX05, I will be contacting you. I will try to contact you if you're not here anymore, and send you that sand fountain. Oh, there you are. Okay, good. So watch out for my whisper at the end of this, and I'll send that to you. I just need to get your wallet address to send the NFT over. And that's it for today. So we started making an asset. We didn't get too far, just a beard and a hat, but it looks pretty good with just those. And we can see that it works going through the marketplace and putting it in game, which is pretty exciting stuff. This is the first time that we have shown online, I'm pretty sure, that whole process going through. So for most of you, this is totally new. Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. So you're going to get to see more of this in the future. So join us on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's New York City time. We will hopefully have a Pac-Man game. I'm going to try to see if I can get that to work. Somebody last Tuesday asked if I could make Pac-Man because we made... what do we make? We made a Mario clone. So we're going to try to make Pac-Man this next time. I think it'll work. There might be some goofy stuff that happens, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, any new... what day is Tuesday? Tuesday is the... Is that the 26th? We might have news. Tuesday is the 26th, so remember that announcement is coming out on the 26th about whatever the moon event is. So depending on when that's announced, by stream time, we might have new news to talk about that. As always, we do the giveaways. We give away the fountain if we get over 100 viewers. We give away a land, so let's aim for that. It's free land, just for watching. And yeah, so everybody have a great weekend. Thank you for joining. I hope you have lots of fun with VoxEdit, and hopefully we'll be able to get you guys the Game Maker soon. All right.